I wanted to be able to push a trolley again. I wanted to live long enough to see my daughter, become an adult. I just had to keep on downgrading my expectations of myself, and it was demoralising. After about 3 days, I could tell that it was helping. The readings were immeasurably better than they had been for 9 months. I can actually walk that whole time. The results, they're worth it. Every cell kind of feels like there's energy. It's almost like the sunshine is coming through. I am about to start a full-time job. I could not have contemplated that a month ago. It works, it's working, and it's going to get even better from here. So I can just relax now and enjoy the fact that I've done this thing that would really make a difference to the lives, my life, and everyone around me who cares about me. My name's Amanda Ellis, and I'm about to turn 48. I found EECP through the internet. Just doing a Google of some of the physical symptoms that I was experiencing, and then it just popped up as something that was an option for people, and I was curious about it, so yeah, found out more. My quality of life had really gone down as my heart problems became more of a thing for me, and I really wanted to be able to turn that around so that I could continue to lead an independent life. I am a fairly independent person, and so I missed being able to just do things like move myself, go hook up a trailer and then buy something instead of paying for delivery and stuff. So I just wanted to have that sense of empowerment back. Three and a half years, I got COVID, and then I started having problems with my heart and my breathing every so often. And while that did get better, about 6 months after I had COVID, I had been progressively putting on weight and just kind of slowing down. I stopped exercising, and I thought it was my 40s, but in retrospect, I think that it was actually that I had heart failure, and I just didn't know. Well, I didn't have enough energy to do the things that were typical and everyday. I never knew whether, when I started doing the laundry, whether I would be able to get to the point where I could, even get it in the dryer, let alone, hang it on a line and then bring it in and fold it up and put it away. I just had to keep on downgrading my expectations of myself, and it was demoralising. But more importantly than that, I just had this feeling that I was going to die. And that got better when I had a diagnosis of heart failure and I started on the diuretics. It started to be that I mostly only felt that way when it wasn't in my system, but I still felt this sense of someone explaining this to me in ED in this terms, like this sense of impending doom, and I just don't have that anymore, and it's really liberating, and that's probably the best thing about it. I'm on all the typical heart meds. I am on a cholesterol drug, and I have diuretics each day. So the diuretics really make a huge difference to my quality of life, and I'm really thankful that, you know, I was diagnosed so that I could get the benefit of those diuretics, but it's still a very cyclical life. You know, you wake up, you have a certain amount of energy, and then as the day progresses and the fluid builds up, you kind of lose all your steam. So the great thing about EECP is I'm not losing my steam quite so quickly. You know, I'm getting tired at the end of the day like everybody else, but it's not bone-wrenchingly tired. I don't need to go have a nap at 7 o'clock in order to be able to get up enough energy to do bedtime at 8 o'clock. So, yeah. I wanted to be able to push a trolley again. I wanted to, you know, be able to choose my own food without having to do it on the internet. Like, I wanted to exercise and know that I could do a whole class, and I wanted to live long enough to see my daughter, you know, become an adult. So, yeah. Yes, so I can go to the shops now and carry 3 bags. I can go out and stay out for longer than like half an hour. You know, I can just leave the house and then come back 3 hours later without it taking everything out of me. I can actually walk that whole time, and that's really cool. Before the treatment, I just felt like I was going to be able to relax once I felt that there was hope that it would work. And so I just had to get there. I was really tired, but I was like, you know, slow and steady wins the race. I just have to get there to start, and then we'll go from there. And then after about 3 days, I could tell that like it was helping, and that it was going to work, and that I had done something wonderful, and I had come here taking it on, thinking, okay, if all that I get from this is hope and like validate myself that it's okay to do things that give you hope, because that helps you live well and you know, sustain your spirit, that's okay. But once I got here and it started working, I was like, I don't even have to think about that now. I can already tell that it works, it's working, and it's going to get even better from here. So I can just relax now and enjoy the fact that I've done this thing that would really make a difference to the lives, my life, and everyone around it, me who cares about me. The most noticeable change is that I don't feel like my heart is overstrained all the time. I feel like healthier. I feel like there's more oxygen going around my body now, and every cell kind of feels like there's energy. Like it's almost like the sunshine's coming through. So I realized that sometimes I had a lot of pain, like in my legs, because I had so much fluid retention and so on, and I just don't have that now. So it's I feel like it's a little bit easier to focus and just to stay calm and just enjoy things and just feel that a little bit more, you know, just lean into feeling joy. So, yeah. In my second week, I had a session where I was listening to music. It was really calm and relaxing, and I realized that, like, as I had my eyes closed, it was like energy was pulsing forward, and yeah, I could see colors, and I felt really relaxed, and I felt like something was happening to my body where it was a physical change. And then 2 days later, I looked at my readings on my heart app, and the readings were like immeasurably better than they had been for 9 months, and that is where they have stayed. So for me, that is the absolute turning point. And even though I knew it was working and I felt so much better before that point, that is the point where it felt like it was a permanent change in my body. One of the unexpected benefits was that the swelling I had in my legs and my trunk kind of went down a bit. So I've lost weight. I don't actually know how many kilos yet. It feels like 5. I don't know, but it's almost like I used to do speed fit where, you know, we had the electrodes and they helped, you know, lose some weight. So it was almost like doing speed fit without like actually deciding to do speed fit. So yeah, so there was some of the like weight loss and fluid loss benefits that were pretty good. I'm gonna have to go buy new shoes now because these ones are too big, and I feel glad that my feet don't hurt all the time. I wasn't expecting that, but it's also great, and I think it will give me some momentum to keep on exercising every day when I'm back home. Yeah, it's pretty comfortable. Like, it's when you are wrapped in the padding I still don't know the name of. Yeah, it's, you know, it just feels like I'm doing something every day, and it's not daunting. Probably the biggest thing is trying to decide whether or not to listen to music or watch TV at the same time. Yeah, I came quite a distance, about 5,000 kilometres from Perth to Melbourne. It's a long way to come, but you know, the results, they're worth it. They make it worth it. And it was also good in some ways to be in a different city. It enabled me to focus and kind of keep things simple so that I could keep up the pace and be able to have the treatments, you know, daily. Yes, I am about to start a full-time job. I could not have contemplated that a month ago. I feel healthy, I feel confident, I feel ambitious, I have goals, and I'm just looking forward to building as I go forward, and that's a really great feeling. I feel that it has set me up for long-term health, and that I can know that I can get there. So I feel now that I will reach the 5-year mark where it's a good idea to have more treatment, but I'm actually looking forward to like planning for that and you know, doing things in my life between now and then to kind of make that an enjoyable process then as well. I'm planning to do half an hour of walking every single day, and also want to start doing some yoga and meditation fairly regularly when I get back. If I can make it a weekly practice, that would be great. But I think, you know, starting with, you know, half an hour of walking is really great, and then just being conscious that the things I say yes to will be things that also sustain me and help me enjoy and maintain this health. You are allowed to give yourself hope that there is something that you can do that will make a difference. And the good thing about this is it's not physically invasive. Nobody is opening up your chest and putting something in your heart. You know, it's not a huge operation that you have to spend the next 3 to 6 months recovering from. This is something that you can do for yourself. And if you give yourself permission and have that sense of hope and invest in you, then you can have a change in your body. And even if you still are on your heart drugs or whatever, the feeling of being healthy is so good. It gives you hope, and that is really important. It's worth your time to come and have EECP, even if it's far away, even if it is financially daunting. You are making an investment in your future, and you will be able to earn more money, feel more relaxed, and be more focused if you invest in this relatively short period of time to then have a better, wonderful life going forward.